There's a new TV show on Spider-Man coming out. Yippee. Oh wait, Norman Osborn and Harry Osborn are black? I don't remember that from the comics or the movies, but I think that's just my dementia. Let's just watch the show and see what happens. Wait a minute. Why is the show actually good and not like how I thought it was gonna be? You probably thought the same. Oh, this is just gonna be another piece of slop that Marvel puts out to bring some more subscribers to Disney+. And to be honest, that's what I thought at first as well. But I gave it a chance, and boy am I glad that I did. Each episode has had me at the edge of my seat, and I genuinely haven't been this invested in a TV show since Invincible Season 3 came out, which you should totally watch my recap on it. But anyways, the show starts off with the Spider-Man that hasn't been bit by the spider yet. And that's when we get to learn a little bit about Peter's life before the spider. On the first day of school, he rushes out of his house because he's late, and what do you know? His train to school is long gone. So he accepts Aunt May's offer to take him to school, and as he arrives to the front of the school, a portal opens up, and down comes an ugly monster, along with it Doctor Strange. They get to fighting by themselves since Peter isn't really Spider-Man yet. And while the portal is still open, a spider, presumably a mystical one, starts webbing its way down. And that's when Peter sees a girl about to get hit by the monster. So he gets in front of it quickly, and that's when the spider drops down and bites Peter right in the neck. And no, he doesn't turn into Spider-Man yet, but he doesn't really realize it either. And that's when he faints. There's then a time skip, and it just shows how much Peter's life has changed since that day. He's still late to school, but this time, after missing his train, he swings to school. And we see now that he's friends with the girl he saves, Nico. And I'm gonna stop there to avoid spoilers, but here's why I've loved this TV show so much. The best part about it is how different it feels from all the other Spider-Man stories. Most Spider-Man shows or movies stick to the same ideas we've seen over and over again, but this one's trying something new because of the multiverse. For example, Spider-Man and Norman Osborn are teaming up. I never would have thought I'd seen that since they're kind of sworn enemies. And I'm sure at one point or another we're all gonna see Norman turn into the villainous Green Goblin we all know and love. But as of right now, I'm invested in their dynamic and how their dynamic could have been if they were partners instead of rivals. And that's what I like so much about the show. It's like the TV show What If, but if it was actually good and had characters that were interesting and plot lines that were interesting. Speaking of fresh takes, there's another storyline that's currently my most favorite, Lonnie Lincoln's. He's the guy who was supposed to be a star quarterback, but after his brother got into some trouble, he got dragged into a life of crime trying to protect him. And what's cool is I've never seen his character outside the comics, and as someone who doesn't read them, it feels like discovering a hidden piece of Spider-Man's world, something I'm very happy about. And I don't know where Lonnie's story is headed, and that's why I'm so hooked. It's all new to me with familiar names and familiar faces. And I know I've been glazing the show a little bit too much, and you might think I'm a Disney employee after this, but I'm not. So here's what I really don't like about the show. The animation. It's the first thing you see, and I kinda get what they were trying to go for. That retro cartoony look that a lot of Spider-Man fans are probably used to. But I just feel like they fell short, like they were reaching for something, but they settled for less. Like the effects and all are fine, it's just the shading and the shadows that make it really weird and throw off the entire look and animation for me. But I do feel like once you look past the subpar animation, the story is phenomenal. And as for how it's going to connect to the entire MCU, they're probably just gonna say it's an alternate universe. But I do hope that they don't bring the characters from the TV show into the main multiverse timeline, because I kind of just like having it be its own little thing that we don't have to watch the entire history of the main timeline to get. Like the most I'd like to see this iteration of Spider-Man in the main MCU is in Avengers Doomsday or something, where all the Avengers have to unite, except this time it's multiversal. So multiversal variants of the Avengers start showing up. That's really the only way I would really like this character to show up in the main MCU. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this video and you really give this new Spider-Man TV show a chance, because I know you'll love it, because I've come to love it, even though many have hated against and gone against the show. But this is the end of the video, so please like or even dislike the video, to be honest. Just do something, anything. And a sub if you want would also be nice. And I'll see everybody in my next video.